Hi, Mark Anthony here with another episode of The Whole Message, where you get the intelligent side of living a healthier life. And step by step, we're actually going through these baby steps right now, baby steps to an amazingly healthier you. And today we've got a whole bunch of fun episodes all about oatmeal and oatmeal stations, and we're actually creating an oatmeal station. So this is going to be one of those design programs to teach you how to function better in the kitchen. So we've got a whole bunch of information. We got a lot to do today. So let's get to the clips though. We've got some fabulous cooking clips where you learn how to intelligently cook smarter as well. And we will see you later on in the program. Hi, Mark Anthony here to show you how to make some gluten-free oatmeal waffles. And these are really easy to make. You just need a couple ingredients, and you don't even need a recipe for it, but I do have exact recipes on my website and usually at the end of these clips. The main thing to do with oatmeal waffles is to take equal parts of soy milk and quick oats. Now you can use almond milk or any type of milk you want. But we're going to take, in this case, 6 cups of soy milk and 6 cups of oats. But I do have some other ingredients here. I've got a couple tablespoons of honey, and we're going to get that in there. And we've got a couple of other ingredients. I've got a 1/4 cup of ground flaxseed. I've got a tablespoon of vanilla, a tablespoon of salt, and a tablespoon of cinnamon. So we're just going to kind of mix these up a little bit here, and then we're going to add our oats. And it doesn't have to be perfectly mixed together or anything like that, because this is all going to rest. This right here is going to rest for about 3 hours. A lot of times we will just put this in the fridge overnight, or even in the garage in the wintertime if it's not freezing over. But that's what you're looking at. You can see how it's all watery, just oats, soy milk, and then add whatever flavorings you want for the most part. Okay, so we're going to let this rest, and then we're going to come back and make our waffles. All right, there you go. This has been resting for about 3 hours. You can see how thick it is. It might be a little too thick, but we are going to try it out here and see how this turns out for us. And we're just going to take a couple batches at a time here, and I'm going to give this a whip, and we'll do a good enough to let you know how much we do. And I think it's going to need a little almond milk, but we'll try it real quick here. Okay. Woo! Let me tell you, it did not need any additional water or milk whatsoever. But what you can do is, if it ends up being a little too thick, then you can just take a little soy milk, add it in there to try to thin it down a little bit. But basically you want it pourable, just like a real thick pancake or waffle mix. Right here we got our waffle maker. I always hit it with a little bit of spray, and then we're going to add our waffle mix to it. And I usually start in the middle, work my way around the outside, and you can really get this to the outskirts too. So, but right about like that. And give this a press, turn it around. Takes about 3 minutes, and then we'll flip it back around and we will have our waffle ready. Okay, this looks like it's done. The ready light came on, and just like this, we've got our waffle. And you can be real careful, just kind of pull that baby out of there nice and easy, and whoo! You got your waffle. And what I'm going to do, a lot of times when it gets a little that goes over the sides, you can just scrape around it. And then what I'll do is I'm going to freeze these. And after I freeze them, It's IQF, remember, individual quick freeze, and after they're frozen individually, then you can bag them together like this, and we have the frozen ones in bags, and then we can just break these in half, put them in the toaster. If you're on the run and you got to grab a quick bite, you've got these ready to go in minutes. So I'll actually go through all of these and knock this out real quick for you. But it's that fast and easy to make a healthy breakfast that's ready to go on the run. And that's why I like these waffles. And plus it's gluten-free. So a lot of people that are going gluten-free, there you go. So Mark Anthony, let me remind you too, I like these waffle irons that have the thicker grooves in it rather than the shallow ones, because it really gives more depth to the waffle, and you get a lot more crispness in it. It's just such a better product. So that's it for today. Mark Anthony, thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next time on The Whole Message. All right, now today we're talking about creating an oatmeal station in your home. And this is part 4 to our 12-part series, Baby Steps to an Amazingly Healthier You. And oatmeal stations, I've done them all over the country for different people. Today you're going to get a little sneak peek of what my oatmeal station looks like at home. And so we're going to share that with you in just a minute here. But it is one of the most important things you can do is create that oatmeal station. See, there's a lot of people who try to get healthy, but it's very difficult to get healthy if your environment is not designed to live a healthy lifestyle. You know, so they try to bring in some lettuce into their unhealthy refrigerator, and they try to bring in some whole wheat bread into their unhealthy cupboards, you know, and it just doesn't make sense. So you need to design your environment so that it is friendly to a healthier lifestyle. So it has all the ingredients to become healthy. That is the core that nobody else seems to understand. And that's what I teach here, is how to design a way to live a healthier life. And the oatmeal station is just an absolute necessity to have this. And you'll love it too. You'll actually love it. But I want to show you a couple things real quick here about oatmeal for one. Because oatmeal is probably one of the healthiest foods you could ever eat, and it hasn't been attacked yet by people, but I'm sure they'll find something bad about it. You know, they've just got to, in order for, Satan does this. Satan attacks healthy food to scare people away from it. So I'm sure he'll do it with oatmeal pretty soon here. So let's go to the websites here, and I'm going to show you. This is from Symptom Find. And I'm just going to share with you a couple quick things here. So here's 9 awesome health benefits of oatmeal. 9 awesome health benefits of oatmeal. Let's see here. Lowers cholesterol. We got it. And there's some links here too, so which is pretty good. We've got one here that says it reduces the risk of high blood pressure. Full of antioxidants. Now, I did not know that, so I might have to do a little more homework on that. Prevents the arteries from hardening. Okay, that was one that I knew about. Stabilizes blood sugar, definitely does that. And in fact, the more steel cut even stabilizes blood sugar better than the quick oats. And we'll talk about that a little more too. It will also prevent the development of diabetes and reverse, by the way. Looks like it boosts the immune system, prevents weight gain. So they're doing pretty good on this website as far as getting the basics out here. Alternative for a gluten-free diet? Yes, it is. Okay, and a little notation here on the bottom. Keep in mind that the best way to reap the benefits of oatmeal is through regular oatmeal and not the instant stuff. So that's what I was talking about, which is full of sugar and sodium. To add flavor without adding an onslaught of calories, mix some fruit like apples, cranberries, or blueberries, or add a tablespoon of brown sugar for a touch of sweetness. Here's the funny part. They just tell you to get away from the stuff that has the sugar and sodium, but then they tell you to add sugar to it. So it's like, you know, and I don't have a problem, you know me, I don't have a problem with a little bit of sugar. Moderation is one thing. I would rather stick to the honeys, stevia, rather than brown sugar. I put stevia in my oatmeal all the time. I don't use brown sugar. So, you know, you can get rid of, and brown sugar, all that is white sugar and molasses. So if you're trying to tell yourself that brown sugar is healthy, you're definitely kidding yourself. So, but anyway, that's right there for 9 awesome benefits of oatmeal. And I did a little bit more searching around. This is Whole Grain Council right here, Health Benefits of Oats. And I went to quite a few websites, and they're pretty much telling you the exact same thing. They're pretty dead on when it comes to the oatmeal so far. Oatmeal may reduce asthma risk in children. Interesting. And this one's got some studies here that you can actually look up as well. May boost nutrition profile of gluten-free diets with 2 studies there. So I like this one. Oats increase appetite control hormones, and here's more studies. They actually did pretty good at this. Oat beta glucans improve immune system defenses. Helps cut the use of laxatives. Oats may help reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. Or reverse. I wish they would put that in there. Oats may improve insulin sensitivity. Yes, it does. And let's see what else we've got here. Oats lower bad cholesterol. Yes, it does. And there's so many. They just got one study up here, but I can put 50 of them up there. Oats help control blood pressure. Oats, number 3 overall, number 1 for breakfast in satiety index, for being satisfied. And there are some studies here, which was pretty good. And I looked up this a little bit more, and it is the number 1 breakfast food for satisfying you throughout the day. And they actually did tests throughout the day, every half hour, every hour, to see. And I might have some information on that. So anyway, that's a pretty good little site there. What was that? Whole Grains Council. Good one, good one. So anyway, let's do some more homework though, because I like doing my homework. Does oatmeal fight cancer? And this is the big question here. Does oatmeal, and this is from Live Strong. Sometimes they got some pretty good stuff on here. Oatmeal and antioxidants. Antioxidants, such as those found in oatmeal, might help fight cancers as well as several other diseases, according to the Harvard School of Public Health. Oxidants neutralize toxins in your body that increase the risk of cancer, known as free radicals. These free radicals can damage your DNA cells, which may lead to cancer. According to the National Cancer Institute, antioxidants help block damage done by free radicals, fighting cancer to reduce risk. One of the best ways to include antioxidants in your diet is eating foods rich in them. As studies show, antioxidant supplements might be harmful. Oats contain a high level of antioxidants, a higher level than most other grains, making oatmeal an ideal choice. So here we go with this antioxidant issue again. Now, one thing about this is that it sounds like Harvard School of Public Health is promoting oatmeal, which they're not. You got to understand that this is written in a really different way. Antioxidants, such as those found in oatmeal. It didn't actually say oatmeal. It was looking at antioxidants. So we need to understand that a lot of times they're going to put the similarities in there, even though they're not really talking about oatmeal. These type of antioxidants. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to do some more homework on the antioxidants, and we went right over here to, let's see where I'm at. WebMD. I go there once in a while, and sometimes they've got good stuff, other times they don't. Usually they're pretty good. And they're talking about cutting LDL, the bad cholesterol, maybe just one of oatmeal's perks for the heart. And they go through a pretty intensive studies here as well. Helps dieters, cholesterol, weight loss, improves LDL cholesterol profile. But here's the part I wanted to share with you, because here all these people are talking about antioxidants in oatmeal and how it's going to save your life. And I've seen this many times on the internet now. And so, but here's where the rubber meets the road. Lab tests show that antioxidants in oats have anti-inflammatory properties. Great. It would be impractical to try to eat the amount of oatmeal needed to get the antioxidant level used in those tests, but smaller doses over time may have benefit. And here's the point I'm trying to make. You're not going to eat oatmeal because it has antioxidant value, okay? Because the antioxidant value is so insignificant. You would have to eat 40 bowls of oatmeal for breakfast, 40 bowls for lunch, and 40 bowls for dinner to get any type of antioxidant value that is going to be significant to your lifestyle. And and it's almost to the point, well, if oatmeal has antioxidant value, wheat has antioxidant value. Water, we know, has antioxidant value. So maybe it's the water in the oatmeal when you make oatmeal that has antioxidant value. You know, this is the thing we're talking about is, you know, if you want to eat it because it has antioxidant value, do it. Whatever excuse you can come up with to eat oatmeal, I will take it, okay? Just go for it. But just to let you know, it's not a massive antioxidant value. And let's see what else we got here. All right, let's go to a cooking set. I might as well show you what this kitchen looks like. And let's go there first, because then I'm going to start talking about some of the products inside my oatmeal station that are going to blow you away, and some other details about oatmeal and stuff. But let's go to the segment showing you what my oatmeal station at home looks like, and then we'll come back for more. Hi, Mark Anthony here, and I'm at home taking a little break and wanted to show you what my kitchen looks like, a little bit of how I designed my kitchen. And this right here is my oatmeal station. And this is not staged. People ask me, they're like, is your home really set up? And I'm like, yeah, it is. This is my oatmeal station. And let me tell you, when you get your kitchen designed to function better, you're going to have so much more success in your achieving your health goals. And right here, every oatmeal station I've done is different. I've done this for other people too. Mine, I've got some honey up here. I've got some backup things. A couple cold cereals that are the healthy ones. Got some wheat germ and ground flaxseed. Now these containers here, they come in so handy. These are nice airtight, so nothing dries out in them. And I've got raisins and craisins and dried blueberries and dates down here. I've got nuts with pecans and walnuts and almonds, things like that. Right here I've got brown sugar and coconut flakes, which works really good. My oats right here. I've got my steel cut oats, and I put little labels in them too if I need to make sure I tell them apart. My quick oats are here. These are my regular oats. Right here's my granolas. And if you haven't checked out my oatmeal into granola, I show you how to take leftover oatmeal and turn it right into granola, and it's just a gorgeous granola. It really tastes great. Here's another granola. The bottom shelf here, I've got a little bread station. I do my own homemade breads. Right here I've got some apple pie spice and pumpkin pie and cinnamon, peanut butter, sweeteners back here, honey powder. If you don't have honey powder, make sure you get that. It's really good. Palm sugar, there's some natural sugars and molasses back here. My favorites is this stevia, and there's different brands. You can get the liquids or the powders, so those work really good. But just wanted to share with you a concept, because if you start getting your kitchen designed right, it's going to work. It's going to give you so much more success. And look at how fast and easy and convenient this is, that you can make oatmeals in a minute. That's on another one of my videos. And I've got my little breakfast nook here in case I need to grab a little power bar or something like that. But you know, this is my kitchen. I don't have a big fancy home. You know, this is just my studio kitchen is actually far better than my home kitchen. I just live a simple life, and but I have really been impressed to share with you the health information that God has shared with me. And that's what this is about, is helping you get a healthier lifestyle like I've been able to do. So 75 pounds later, just weighed in this morning, 75 pounds later. And plus I'm gonna try to lose that last 20 or 30 over the next 12 weeks if you can stay tuned for all the 12-week series that we're getting ready to record. So anyway, Mark Anthony, and thought I'd share this with you, and you have a blessed day. Get your kitchen designed to be more user-friendly, and you will have a lot more success. So be blessed, and we'll see you next time in the kitchen. All right, now that's what I'm talking about, getting an oatmeal station in your home that looks like that. What an amazing thing to do, and you can make oatmeal like in no time at all, and we're gonna show that to you real quick here too, how you can make oatmeal in a minute and live a healthier lifestyle. But let's go back to this website here. This is Google with Oatmeal Fiber, because everybody's talking about the fiber thing. 4 grams of dietary fiber in oatmeal right there. So that's good, 4 grams of dietary fiber. And here's the 16, because everybody thinks oatmeal is really high in fiber. The 16 most surprising high fiber foods. Greatest, here we go, let's see. Best high fiber foods. Split peas, here, whoa, look at that one. Split peas, 16.3 grams per cup. Lentils at 15, black beans at 15, lima beans at 13, artichokes at 10, peas at 8, broccoli at 5, Brussels sprouts at 4, and raspberries 8. That's for a cup. Blackberries at 7, avocados at 6, pears at 5, bran flakes at 7, whole wheat pasta at 6, pearl barley at 6, oatmeal at 4. So it made the top 16 right on the bottom there. So oatmeal is pretty good there. And so if we go to the next, I did go to the Quaker oatmeal, because sometimes, you know, if you're looking for stuff like this, you can go to the nutritional facts from, you know, particular companies like this, and they'll really give you some details about the health of that food. And so, you know, I mean, here's what I like: 150 calories, and calories from fat is 25. So that's a nice plus right there. Total fat is only 5%. Saturated fat at 2%, which is 0. Dietary fiber 15%, so at 4 grams. And of course, you can look at a lot of nutritional items when it comes to oatmeal. And we talked about all these: lowers blood cholesterol levels, bonuses in the fiber, that's your big one. Maintain a healthy blood pressure, and it's a whole grain. And so we're going to talk about that real quick here too, because a lot of people just don't understand some of these things about oatmeal and fiber and carbs. And one of the interesting things here, this is another one from WebMD, because people are talking about net carbs and thinking that, oh, well, I can subtract the carbs, the fiber from the number of carbs and get my net carbs. And so this little mathematical situation that came up, I want to share with you real quick here how this was invented, because a lot of people are determining their life by something that was designed by manufacturers to get you to eat more of their product. And these terms have been made up by the food companies, which this doctor here, RD, I'm not even going to try to pronounce their name, Director of the Nutrition at the Irvine Center for Clinical Research at Columbia University. It's a way for the manufacturers of these products to draw attention to them and make them look appealing by saying, look, you can eat all these carbs, but you're not really impacting your health, so to speak. And although the number of products touting net carbs continues to grow, nutrition experts say the science behind these claims is fuzzy, and it is unclear whether counting net carbs will help or hurt your weight loss effects. And so there you go with the doctors taking a neutral stand right now. They'll jump in on one side or the other from time to time. But just wanted to share with you that net carbs was invented by manufacturers to get you to eat more food. And right here, I'll show you Mother Nature Network, okay? Net carbs, only 3 net carbs, 16 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, 200 calories. So let's eat one of these. And it's 1.7 ounces. So, I mean, it must be the size of a nickel. I think nickels weigh more than 1.7 ounces, don't they? So anyway, that's what you got to be careful of, that, just because it says 3 net carbs, people are like gravitating to it. Of course, I'm a carb guy, and I've talked about this over and over, how we need to have more of the starches in our body, which actually has higher carbs from time to time. So, by all means, we need to have more of those carbs. All right, Dr. Oz, how you doing, Dr. Oz? Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. We'll see what he's saying today. Most of the time, he's pretty good. He just kind of gets off on different directions, and I kind of feel bad for Dr. Oz sometimes. I mean, the guy, he knows the health message, he really does, but behind the camera, it's like he goes up there and reads the monitor, and he's got all these people that are doing homework for him, and he's relying on other people rather than himself quite often. I think that's one of the problems that he's occurring, but good guy. All right. So this is from Dr. Oz's website, and it's talking about why breakfast can save your life. And this is a study published this week in the journal Circulation, found that eating in the morning reduces the risk of heart attacks to the tune of 27%. So wow, 27%. And the list goes on and on. Next week, our next class, number 5, is eating that biggest meal for breakfast. In fact, next week we're going to teach you some really good breakfast items as well. So we're going to look forward to that. And so let's do the cooking segments on oatmeal, your biggest, doing oatmeal in a minute. And then we'll come back and talk about a couple more quick things here. So let me show you how you can make oatmeal in a minute at home. Hi, Mark Anthony here to show you the world's easiest way to make oatmeal. Some people make it so complicated, and I want to just show you an easy, intelligent way to make a fast breakfast for everybody. And the easiest way to do it, just take your bowl, add some regular oats and quick oats to it. I've got regular oats here, and I've got quick oats. The one thing you cannot use when you're making these type of breakfast the fast way is you can't use the steel cut oats, because those take a little longer to cook. But just like that, I've got the bowl about half full of oats. We're going to add some toppings to it. I've got some raisins. You can do dried blueberries and almonds and pecans, and there's so many different toppings. I also like the ground flaxseed right here, which is good for omega-3s. You can use wheat germ, different things like that. And coconut flakes work real good. Now for sweetener, of course, we've got a couple sweeteners in there. Stevia is my favorite. You can just use this stevia right here, and it comes with a little spoon. 600 portions in a little jar like this, so it's very powerful. You don't want to use a lot of it. Of course, you can always hit it with some brown sugar, and if you want, some honey. And I get the good honey. I like getting the good honey. And just like that. So once you've got it here, all you have to do is add some boiling hot water to it right to the top. So it's about 3/4 full, half to 3/4 full. And then we'll take the boiling hot water right to the top like that. And then we're gonna give this baby a stir. And I'll tell you, you can do so many different varieties like this. You will have a different oatmeal every day of the week. And one thing you wanna do too is go to my website and then click over to my YouTube channel. And I have an actual 1-hour program called Granola Station. And that'll actually show you how to do a full-blown oatmeal station right in your home. And you can have everything you ever imagined for a really awesome oatmeal station. I have them on the road with me. We use them quite a bit. And so right here, the oatmeal is done, so we got that all taken care of. And then we're going to take and do the same thing with cream of wheat. Now, cream of wheat is a little different. You got to do this differently because for cream of wheat, you're going to have to add the water first. So we're going to add this about 3/4 full of water. Then you can add some different toppings, like whatever you want to do. And you can add your sweeteners like this. We'll hit some brown sugar. Same things I put in the other one. And so you make it easy. This is making it really easy. See, but for cream of wheat, you have to stir the cream of wheat in nice and slow. Because if you put it in all at once, it's just going to clump together. And the other thing about this is that's why you don't put the cream of wheat in and then add your water, because you'll just end up with this big glob of mess. So just like this. And after you've done this once or twice, you're going to know exactly how to do it. It just takes a couple times, and you'll know exactly what quantities to put in it. And I'm going to add just a little bit more. I like mine thick, because you can always thin it down later if you need to. But like I said, you've got to give it that stirring right from the get-go. And I can tell that this one's ready to go because I've already got some stirring going on here. And just like that, we're going to have that good to go. Okay, there we go. We've got our cream of wheat. We've got our oatmeal good to go. And if you want, here's another big plus for you. You can actually take any type of fruit and just give this a chop like this. So you can incorporate some fresh fruit in it as well. And you can see this is already thickening up. And if you look at the oatmeal, that's already good to go. And see, I like my oatmeal that thick. That's the way I like it right there. So tasty and thick and hearty. And we can add some apple to that too. But that is the easiest way to do oatmeal. You don't have any of these messes on the stove. You don't have any of these microwave messes. Don't have all these pots to clean. Simple, fast. Each kid can have their own type of oatmeal with their own personality on it. And for some toppings here, right at the end, just to give it some little visual appeal, you can put your craisins and maybe some almonds right on the top. Let me tell you, it's that easy to make oatmeal in less than a minute. So this is Mark Anthony. Keep tuning in, and we're going to show you a lot more intelligent ways to cook healthier in the kitchen. Have a great day. Now see, that is the easy way to get healthy at home, fast, simple, and less expensive. You know how less expensive oatmeal is, so you might as well save some money while you're saving your health at the same time too. And of course, here we go back to Quaker Quick Oats. What are whole grains? And I wanted to share this with you because a lot of people just don't know what whole grains are. And I talk about this all the time. Eat the whole natural foods. You know, stay away from these processed foods. And here's the whole grain. We've got the hull on the outside, and then we have the bran, which is protecting the endosperm, and the germ, which is on the inside. And so that is your, in a nutshell, what whole grain is. Now, a lot of them will pull off the hull, and so you can get whole grains without the hull. But your bran consists of the coarse outer layer of the kernel. It contains the greatest amount of fiber and is rich source of vitamins and nutrients, okay? Now, the endosperm is the largest section and the middle layer of the kernel. It is the main energy source of the plant. And then the germ is the embryo of the plant in its early stage. It is the heart of the grain and the smallest part of the kernel, but it is loaded with nutrients. So sometimes you'll get wheat germ, you might get something like that. Sometimes you get bran flakes. And so a lot of times they're separating these different items. The nice part about oatmeal is that the whole thing gets pressed. If you're going to do steel cut oats, they're just going to take this oat and cut it in half. Or cut it, there's different sizes. They could cut it 2 or 3 times if they wanted to for different thicknesses. So regular oats is going to be pressed. You just take the two wheels of the mill or whatever the case is and just press it, just smashing it. It's actually the first step to digestion. Yeah, and you thought it was chewing your food. No. Actually, before chewing your food, cooking your food is a digestive process. You know, depending how you cook your food, if you blend your food in a blender, you're already starting the digestive process. That's why a lot of people that are going with smoothies for breakfast and things like that have a lot of success, because they are really pulverizing that food in order for it to be easier absorbed by the body. And we'll talk about more of that later too. But and then when you get into quick oats and things like that, they're going to really rub it when they press it, so it really tears it apart. And the interesting part is, though, the more whole foods that you eat, the longer lasting it's going to be with you throughout the day. So take quick oats. Quick oats are processed, so they're not going to carry with you throughout the day. You know, blended items like that, they're not going to carry with you throughout the day near as much as if you do the whole steel cut oats. The whole steel cut oats is what gives you a longevity, because it takes longer to digest. The energies from that food is slowly put through your system. One thing that is probably a really good recommendation to do is have a little combination of both. It depends how your body is, but you know, a lot of times if you had oatmeal with a little bit of honey, you know, you're going to get that quick energy from the honey or from the almond milk or whatever, you know, sweetness in there. That's your quick energy. And then your long energy that you want, that long chain to last you through till lunch, you want some of those whole oats or whole wheat or whole rice. I mean, I do a hard red winter wheat and brown rice breakfast cereal that will help you sustain energy and keep you from being hungry throughout the day. So, but anyway, that's the way it works. And so I thought I'd share that with you. Let's go to a couple more segments real quick, and then we'll come back and finish up. I kind of went a little over time here, and then we'll come back and show you a couple more of the ingredients that I have available for you. Hi, Mark Anthony here to show you how to turn oatmeal into granola. Now, how many times do you go in the mornings and you make your oatmeal for the kids and everything, and you got a little bit left over? Well, most people would just throw that away, but I've got something better to do with it, and it doesn't have to be hot. This can be cooled down, left over, whatever the case might be. We're going to turn this into a really great crunchy granola. And just takes a couple of ingredients. We're going to hit it with some honey, and depending on how sweet your oatmeal was in the first place is going to determine how much spice and honey and things like that you want to put in there. I've actually got a little bit of cinnamon, put some vanilla in there. Woo, that's what I'm talking about. And give this a stir just like that. And you can see how we're doing this. It's actually kind of liquefied already. You can put stevia in here too. I actually put stevia in this and it turned out great. And so that's a really good concept. But whatever sweeteners, in fact, this one I'm gonna actually just kick it up with some brown sugar and give it a really nice, maple syrup works really good, things like that. But you got to make sure all this gets incorporated for sure. That has got to get incorporated. And another good thing we can do is just add some little add-ons like ground flaxseed. Wheat germ works real good. Now the one I'm making right here is actually going to be gluten-free. If you put the wheat germ in, then it wouldn't be gluten-free. You can hit some coconut flakes in there and whatever type of ingredients you want to put in here. Now I'm going to hit it with the oats. So we're just going to really pour some serious oats in here, and you'll see how this starts clumping together and really turning into a nice mixture. Yeah, a lot of your granolas are just lots of little itty bitty flakes. And so I wanted something that would really have a clumping that gets together with a nice clumping property. And look at this, this is just perfect right here. This is absolutely perfect. That's what you're looking for. You can see how it's holding together quite well. And we're gonna take a pan, give it a little spray so nothing sticks to the bottom. And then we're going to drop all this leftover oatmeal that you had and right onto the pan, and we're gonna spread this out just like this. Okay, da-da-da-dum. Boom, just like that. So all you have to do, stick this in the oven. I do mine at about 250 degrees, and then about every half hour I'm going in there and stirring it around. If you do it at 200 degrees and go even longer, it's even better because you're drying out the inside where, you know, if you do it at a hotter temperature, it'll get overcooked on the outside, but the inside isn't done yet. So you want to look at that. But put this in the oven, it's going to take a few hours. And when it comes out, it looks like this. Now, isn't that great? Look at that. Just a beautiful, beautiful granola that actually has some nice pieces in there, because that's what people like, is to have those pieces. And this is just right. You can put this in your containers and have that in your granola station, which we'll show you if you haven't looked at my episode on granola simplicity, and it's a really good one. But isn't that fast and easy, saving you a ton of money? And then when the kids eat this, they're gonna say, oh, that was so good. And if you want, you can add nuts to it as well. Sometimes I'll add those to them beforehand, and but for you at home, you can add some nuts to it. I don't cook the raisins in there, but I can throw some raisins in right now, so it'll actually be a part of the granola as well. So there's some things you can do there. Even if you wanted to hit it with some fresh coconut for a coloring like that, you're gonna see some variations. So there's lots and lots and lots of different variations you can do with this, but what an amazing way to save money and not be throwing away those leftovers and having a fabulous, healthy meal for another breakfast. So this is Mark Anthony showing you the intelligent concepts that you need to live a healthier life at home. So you have a great day, share these videos with your friends, and we'll see you next time in the kitchen. Well, you know I have fun in the kitchen. I just love to be able to play around in the kitchen and show you the easy way to do things, and love those breakfast burritos. And I always eat big breakfast too. I love my breakfast. Okay, now I do have ground flaxseed in my kitchen that I use quite a bit, and I wanted to share with you. Here's the nutritional facts for ground flaxseed. And there's a great website, by the way, Nutrition Data, which is just a public website that you can, get nutritional facts on anything. But you got to pay attention to them, because a lot of times their portions is not in factor. So this is the nutritional facts for ground flaxseed. 897 calories per serving. Calories from fat is 593. People would look at that and say, what in the world are you doing eating flaxseed? Man, that stuff will kill you. But here's the point. Their serving size is 1 cup here. And so that's a little bit on the heavy side. Let's drop this down to 1 ounce and take a look at it there. Now doesn't that look much better? Now we've got 150 calories, 99 calories from fat. And of course, this is you get a good fat out of there, and your omega-3s and things like that. So, but isn't that cool? You can go to this website. It's self-nutrition data. It's actually nutritionaldata.self.com. And I should put this link on my website so you can get to it. But you can take pretty much anything and enter the food and take your, boom, whatever you want, ground flaxseed, whole flaxseed, whatever you want. You can just click right to it, and it'll automatically change everything you need to know. So that is a fantastic website there. And So yeah, flaxseed's got a lot of nutritional information. And so anyway, there's Bob's Red Mill too. You can go to Bob's Red Mill and they will give you nutritional details on anything that they produce. I love these companies that put their information out there. That's just a real blessing to have. Now here we go. This is where I was talking about having those high carbs in the morning. You know, I like doing my carbs in the morning because they're going to burn off throughout the day. Now here we go. This is a high carb breakfast, over 7 million sites that you can search from on Google, and most of them are running high protein along with their high breakfast carbs. High carbs, and they want that high protein to go with it, and there's some things about how it helps digest each other and things like that. So I've got one more here, website for you about food. I'm running low on time, but I'm going to show you. This is a high protein breakfast for vegetarians and vegans. And breakfast quinoa, 31 grams of protein. Breakfast burritos, and these have recipes on them too. So spinach tofu, 25 grams of protein. Next week we're going to be doing some tofu egg casseroles. A lot of tofu things have really high protein, so you can really enjoy those for breakfast as well. But the thing about it, this is step 4. You know, step 1, do more prayer. Step 2, drink more water. Step 3, start a consistent exercise program. And then today was step 4, to start working on your kitchen and redesigning it. And if you can get that breakfast station done, man, you can have those quick, healthy breakfasts every morning, fast, simple. And then we're going to start working on your refrigerator and your freezer and redesigning your entire kitchen so you will have more success. And we've got a couple quick clips and then we're done for the day. So here you go. Hey, just wanted to share with you my newest cookbook. This is the kind of book that will really be a blessing to your library at home. And I took a lot of care making this cookbook. In fact, I do autograph them. I always try to do that. One thing I did with the quality of this book was make it a hardcover. It's over 400 pages, over 250 recipes, plus I put a stitched binding on it so it will stay open on the kitchen table. This is one thing you want to look for, is those good stitched bindings that will stay open and they're not going to mess up over time. And this book is filled with so many great recipes and concepts, because it'll actually give you the concept how to make hummus, and then here's recipe, 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 recipe. The concept how to make bruschetta, and then recipe, 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 recipe. So it's one of those things that just makes it so much easier to learn how to function in the kitchen. And that's really what I want to do, is I want to teach people the basics. I want to teach people how to do things easier in the kitchen, to make your life easier. And more importantly than that, I want to get you healthy. And in this book, there's actually some areas in the front here, let me share this with you, that have 12 different concepts on things that you need to do to get healthy. And one of them is go vegan, of course. Here's one about reducing oil and a whole bunch of information about that. And biggest meal for breakfast, I talk about that. Plenty of water, which is what I'm doing right now, trying to get plenty of water. Rest, so there's some really good concepts in the front. Plus, I also share some of my station simplicity, how to design your oatmeal station, how to design your refrigerator into a salad bar. So this is a real powerful education tool to teach you how to function in the kitchen so much better. And these run $50 and shipping's included. We're not even charging for shipping or anything. And it is such a fantastic book. It's available on my website, or you can just call the number on the screen. And we should usually ship out within a day or two. So it's just one of those books that helps support our ministry. And of course, you can always call the number on the screen, even if you just want to contribute to our ministry. Because let me tell you, this is one of those ministries, we don't have a bunch of sponsors. You're not watching 35 commercials in order to get one recipe. And we sustain ourselves basically on your contributions and a couple of the books that I have available. I have another one too here, Vegan Simplicity. We've got a part 2 to this one coming out real soon. And this one too has not as many pictures, but it's packed with recipes. This one's just packed with recipes, and that one's half the price. So just wanted to share those with you. Both fantastic books. My website, chefmarkanthony.com, or call the number on the screen, and we will get those right out to you. So enjoy the rest of the program, and we'll see you later on. Hi, Mark Anthony here to show you the easy way to chop up a watermelon. And let me tell you, we're just gonna cut the 2 slices off the ends like this, and I kind of look for those brown stems. Green stems, white stems aren't ready to eat yet, but when the stem turns brown, then it's ready to eat. You can also look for the yellow bellies. That means that it's actually been ripening in the field a little bit more. So, but anyway, you just take both ends off, and then we're gonna give it a slice all the way around like this. And this is the easy way to chop a watermelon. Okay, we'll get all the stuff we're not gonna use out of the way. And then once you have it here, it's pretty easy. We're gonna chop this baby in half. You just flip both pieces flat. If you got a little bit of rind you wanna take off, you can do that. And then all you have to do is some slices this way. And you can make these slices as big or as small as you want. And then you do some slices this way. And just like a checkerboard, just like this. And literally, woo, in 1 minute, you got your entire watermelon cut up. In fact, I've got so much watermelon here, it's going everywhere. Woo! And I got my watermelon plate here, so I got to share that with you. There you go, within 1 minute, and you've got watermelon ready to go. Mark Anthony, keep watching those videos. See you next time. Hi, Mark Anthony here to show you the world's easiest recipe. And let me tell you, we've done these on television and I have had more compliments and more people calling me about this simple recipe. It's not even a recipe, but I'm gonna make a banana wrap for you. And let me tell you, we've got some whole grain tortillas. Actually got these at Sam's Club. They're the ones that are in a box. You got to look for the commercial area. But yeah, 7 grams of fiber, whole grain, no trans fats, no animal products. It's one of the better ones out there on the market. And then all you got to do is get some peanut butter and spread some peanut butter on here. And let me tell you, we make these in the mornings. Even my puppy loves them. Yeah, they're just so easy to do, especially when you're on the run. If you're in a big hurry or something and you want to grab something on the go, all you've got is your whole wheat tortilla, putting a little bit of peanut butter on there, and a banana. Now, I like the brown bananas. My wife likes the green bananas. Green bananas actually takes more calories to digest the banana than is actually in the banana itself. So these are good for weight loss. When the banana turns brown, the starch turns to sugar. You end up with more calories in it, easier to digest. But anyway, that's a little thing about bananas. And look at this, just like this, that fast, you've got a fast meal on the go. And you can use these for snacks and things like that. But what a great way, and let me tell you, you will love these things. So anyway, this is Mark Anthony showing you the world's fastest recipe I ever known. And have a great day, and we'll see you next time in the kitchen. All right, now wasn't that an easy way to design your kitchen to be more successful? And let me tell you, make your kitchen this way. Take your Oatmeal Station and put it in there. You will have more use out of an Oatmeal Station than any other station in your kitchen. And that's why I promote it so heavily, because we've got to have an environment that is designed for us to be successful in a healthier life. So Mark Anthony here. Make sure you can always check out the website, chefmarkanthony.com, for book orders. The number's on the screen. And tell your friends about the show, because I'm sure they'll love it too. And we will see you next time on The Whole Message.